Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to Light Language with Louise for this upcoming new moon in Cancer. So this is a second new moon in Cancer. We had one back in June where we also had that lunar eclipse. And when we've got that Cancer energy, there's an energy of mother around there. There's a lot of energy around emotions. So always this is a time for us to really feel into our emotions and really honor that stillness and that space to feel what's going on, to meet ourselves with compassion, as I'm always talking about compassion. And so with the sun and the moon together, we have also at this time a sense of feeling into father and mother energy, because opposing those we have Saturn in Capricorn, and Saturn's very much that father energy. It's about time, it's about discipline, it's about structure. And so we have that opposing the sun and moon in Cancer. And so there's definitely this sense of needing to find that balance between the disciplines and the structure that we get from that Saturn energy, that father energy, that creating a space, a structure, which can feel restrictive, but also can be hugely supportive. And I know I'm feeling this myself now as I'm building some structures and really looking into how I offer the flow and the feminine flow of my service and the gifts that I want to offer, and having that structure, that Saturn structure, can be super helpful. So needing to actually apply that discipline, I'm having to actually think about how do I want to structure things moving forward, looking at dates, looking at calendars, time. Saturn's around time. So I'm really feeling that energy already. And so I really invite you at this time to feel into that yourself and set a new intention around that. How can you create some structures that are actually going to support you to be in that feminine flow, to be in that feeling nature, but you're actually going to still have this discipline that's going to hold you as well. So always with the planetary energies, it's how we want to respond to them. They can always feel, there can always be a way that they play out that can be intense or feel overwhelming. And then there's always a gift in there as well. So I really encourage you to consider that for yourself and find that balance for yourself at this time. How can you be really honoring of your feelings and your creative nature? And how can you also really have the discipline to create the structures that are going to support you? This is something I'm always saying to my clients, and it often comes through in healing sessions, creating the structures in life that support you to then be yourself, to have your authenticity be expressed, because otherwise it can all get a bit too loose. And we have some Neptune energies, Jupiter energies here as well, that expansion. So you might also feel a yearning to to move, perhaps to move house. Cancer is very much about the home. So noticing that in yourself, and maybe now may not be the time to do that, right? We're experiencing again this energy of lockdown. We've had a few flare-ups here in Australia, in Victoria, with the virus. So again, people are starting to feel that restriction again. But of course, always within that, there's this opportunity to go within, meet more of ourselves with love, mother up the parts that are feeling vulnerable, that have emotions to express, father ourselves by, allowing ourselves to be held by the structures that we have in our life. Allow yourself to be held by your home, allow yourself to be held by your communities, even if you are just connecting with them online, even giving yourself the access to online, the internet and all of the structures that we have that actually allow us to connect and to flow and to share love and compassion in different ways from being in that physical experience, in that physical space. So as always, I'm going to call for a light language activation to support us at this time. So I invite you to tune into whatever personal intention you'd like to set. This is new moon. It is a time of planting seeds, setting new intentions. And so perhaps that could be around how you hold yourself, how you create structures that are going to support you to feel safe, to feel what you feel at this time. So I'm going to call for that for all of us, to be able to have that balance, to be able to create that structure and that discipline in our lives that supports us. It's like having a spiritual practice, having that discipline to show up for your spiritual practice, for your yoga, for your meditation every day. that builds the structure that then really supports you when times get hard and when you might feel overwhelmed by more of that emotional side. So calling for that beautiful balance of feminine and masculine between all of us, within our hearts, feeling our hearts and our minds connected, and feeling that safety to be ourselves and to feel held and loved no matter what is going on in the world around us. So really that we want to hold that frequency of love, we want to hold that frequency of connection. That's what we want to see in the world around us. And even as the old structures are falling, we've got to keep our focus and our frequency on what we want to create, not on what's falling away. So opening our hearts to that new world and to ourselves, just feeling beautiful Gaia beneath you and opening your heart to receive, as always knowing the light language is simply a healing frequency received and directed by your higher self in the highest for you at this time. So breathing deeply. Numara tare sutonomo, yikaro na so charo potonomara at ili, ranosa bakachina morola aena masaru ot, kiarana molaka chergo samori I, aran sandon, chekir masaru or I la manakadarana ok ai. Asimo shuri komora sa I na marokala kete maroka sai kot or, I makora chat, ori shanomo erokat I marosol gela at ir. Nar ilokota mashar od im. Sana akir al od armasharu olaki batane. Risano da chergosam rokot anala kitari. Nasora ach ela kator masari kitonoma soket ich. Rila san rano no sobareki marakat arkonia. Kasaro shonola ar imasoti I. Raat onomasi ke cherokonoma u. Nasamrotale ke shon masora kate masoko ach imorot anaki. Namasar it. Arona masa at ip aranokore. Taking a deep breath. And so we were being reminded there that, you know, the universe is within you. The universe is simply a reflection of yourself. You are one with that, and everything that you create is part of that oneness. So to really embrace the freedom of that, for you to really feel that sovereignty and that power within you, and to enjoy the dance of life with the universe. So, you know, they were showing me, you know, as the planets move, you know, it's this cosmic dance, and we're in this cosmic dance too. So rather than getting fixated, they're sort of saying to me, you know, stop looking at your feet when you're dancing, you know, and just go with the feeling. All right. So, but sometimes we know we need to learn the dance first. We need to learn the steps, and then we can relax into it. So allow yourself to find that balance of, you know, of structure, of the mind, of thinking about what needs to be done, and then just let yourself soften back into that freedom, that creativity, that stillness, that playfulness, that beautiful feminine energy that we get so much with Cancer. So I wish you a beautiful next couple of weeks. I'll be back for the full moon in a couple of weeks, and that also means that we'll have our Voices of Light Global Gathering, which is a longer healing journey with light language, lots of beautiful activations. Also, I invite you, if you would like, to join me on Monday night Australian time for my online moon meditation. I will be moving back to live events from August, September. Going to be holding a drum and voice workshop in mid-September, and planning to get back to live sound healings from probably mid-August. So stay tuned, subscribe to my newsletter, soulsignature.com.au, like the Facebook pages. Please feel free to subscribe to this channel, then you'll get notified when the new videos pop up. So have a beautiful couple of weeks. Enjoy this new moon in Cancer, and I will see you again very soon. Lots of love. Namaste.